thinking about why and the how and then what. How can we actually use that in part and with our patient or client also? So we're thinking about being able to see anybody from a biological, psychological, social, and cultural. Now, to the question why SWEET. SWEET stands for Supporting Wellbeing for Empowerment, Education, and Training. We support those taking care of others to care for themselves.
To me, SWEET is the fantasy. When we are trained in social work school, when we have supervision and go through internships and go through the whole process, there's a fantasy that when we graduate, we're going to get regular supervision, we're going to get the support that we need to be able to do our jobs effectively, meaning, always having somebody who will guide us through the process and support us through our learning goals. And the reality is that if we get these things, that's great. But more often than not, we don't. And we are left working and supporting our clients and doing really difficult work in really difficult conditions by ourselves. So for me, SWEET is the fantasy, that we're making into a reality. SWEET is all of the things that social workers need, all of the things social workers are supposed to have, so that we can do our jobs in the best way possible all the time. So that for me is what SWEET is. SWEET is making a fantasy a reality.
Hi, I'm Roger McGinley. I'm part of the leadership team of the SWEET Institute. By now, you've probably heard a lot about the SWEET Institute. It's very new, and one of the questions that comes up is, why SWEET? We're very excited to introduce to you the SWEET Institute, supporting well-being through education, empowerment, and training. We're not just another CEU provider, but we work really hard to bring something very special. And we are here to support the social worker and eventually many of the other health professionals in their area of professional development.
And this is the heart of SWEET. This is what stands SWEET. This is not one more continuing education. This is not one more coming to really hear some form of information that you could read, information that you could Google, information that you could read from a book. We at SWEET stand for helping all health professionals find and continue to use critical thinking, soft practices, but also a posteriori learning. All of these great ways to really make a difference in your patients' and clients' life.
When we talk about SWEET, we're talking about professional development. We're talking about caring for and supporting the health professionals in their field of interest, and we're actually interested in reducing some things like burnout and that feeling you get of being overwhelmed in your profession and under support. So one day, Dr. Stewart and I were sitting down at a coffee table and sketching out a plan on a napkin, and it turns out that what we had drafted out turned into what now has become the SWEET Institute. And so from a very organic process, this developed into something much bigger. And that's really at the heart of what SWEET is. It's something that started really small, and it will continue to grow into what we believe will be a very powerful and exciting movement.
I think healthcare needs to move to a place where it's a more meaningful multidisciplinary team. when you have social workers and nurses and peers and case managers who are the ones who are spending more time with the client than the doctors, the psychiatrists, the physicians, whatever their role is within the organization, it's important that every voice has a seat at the table, and that every voice is heard, and that every voice has an opportunity to talk about their experience with a particular client or patient, so that nothing is missed, so that the whole experience is there, that the client has a voice at the table too, and so that all of those things are balanced, because at the end of the day it is about the client's needs, and that includes everybody who is part of their treatment team, and those folks who spend more time with the client and patient than not should really be a very loud voice at the table.
You need to go to the root of the issues in order for you to problem solve. Many times we try to problem solve, and the solution leads to more problems. However, if you take some time and go to the root of the issues, you find it, you tackle this root of the issue, then you problem solve, and you go ahead and implement, and you can actually adjust as needed. This is the same thing for case formulation. If you do not understand what exactly is going on with our patients or clients, it is going to be hard to know what the solution is going to be, to know what the patients or clients really need, to know what the treatment plans are going to be, what the objective, what all the SMART goals are going to be.
I think that we rally around client issues a lot, and we fight for client issues a lot, and I think part of the challenge for us is fighting for ourselves. So that has to be part of the voice as well, in order for us to become a collective in that kind of way is to sort of support change. So part of what it is that we want Sweet to be, and believe Sweet is a community for social workers to be able to come together. I'm looking for my opportunity to stand up with my community and find a different and better way to speak up for the things that I need, so that I can do my job in the way that I want to, so that I don't get more burned out, that I have the tools and the support that I need, so that I can avoid things like burnout, and be present for the staff that I supervise in a more dynamic and meaningful way, be present for the clients and patients that I provide care and services to. So Sweet is very much for me, as it is for anybody else who becomes a member.
I have to let you know that during my mentorship and coaching of many healthcare professionals, during supervision and teaching of many people who were helping with clients and patients, all of them have a common denominator. They are very dedicated. They really want to make a difference in the world. However, there is one thing that is missing. Burnout often occurs. They feel unsupported. They feel sometimes not part of a community, and Sweet is the response to that.
We have really an amazing team. I must say I'm happy to be working with some of the talented individuals that make up the Sweet Institute. And for me, it's just a joy to see how things can come together in such a way, simply because of the passion, the love, and some of the talent that's really a part of the Sweet Institute. So overall, how things have been going so far, it's been challenging, exciting, and quite rewarding. And so, as I've been saying, we're very happy to launch what's coming down what's in our future, and we're really excited to see what we have to offer, and excited to see how we can help the social work professionals in their future endeavors.
So my message to those 650,000 social workers is sweet's coming.